Congratulations to all you guys who have done your UMAT test. Massive well done. If you got the score that you wanted, a score that you're happy with, that is incredible. It's a really tough, weird test, so well done. And to all you guys who didn't quite get that score you're aiming for, please, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to do med school, don't you dare give up now. Firstly, your score might just be good enough, especially if you're willing to move to lots of different places in Australia. Secondly, you can try again next year, or you can choose a different pathway into medicine. It might take you longer. You might have to do some different background work that isn't related to year 12 score or subjects. But guys, if you want to do medicine, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Year or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 in the big scheme of things, if being a doctor is what you want to do, it's nothing. It's nothing. I know it's easier for me to say as someone who didn't have to delay the degree, but if I could have talked to myself back then and I didn't get in the first year, my advice would be to keep trying, because girl, it is worth it. It's been such an amazing experience and it's so worth it. So guys, if you want to do it, don't you let the UMAT stop you, okay? Hey friends, I'm sitting here in Berlin actually. It is currently a completely different time from the vlogs that you've been seeing most recently. I've just finished my Sweden exchange program in the ICU in Malmo. I had 4 weeks there and now I've got 1 week left of holidays before we have to go back to Launceston and be in placement there in Tasmania. I'm having such an amazing time. My placement was awesome, and you always have a few little hiccups when you travel, I believe, and this travel experience was no exception. Yesterday we were all excited in the Copenhagen airport after placement was done, ready to fly away to Berlin. I really want to be reliable and consistent for you guys, so I've been working really hard since my exams finished to try and pump out some of those vlogs that I'd filmed for you guys while I was doing my weeks and weeks of placement before my exams. I took out my hard drive that had all that filming on it. I was halfway through editing a vlog that I was filming at the start of June, waiting to plug it in to continue working on that vlog. And I dropped it. And it's not coming up on my computer anymore. Anyway, I just thought the best thing to do was let you know that I won't be able to put out the next 2 vlogs from back then in winter Australia because I don't have the raw material here to edit. I have all my pre-exam footage backed up on a hard drive at home in Australia. I'll get home next weekend and then it'll take me a week to edit the next vlog. If you tune in next week, I thought I would actually answer one of your questions from the comments as a video. So next week you'll see whose comment that is. But it's going to be related to my OSCE study series. I just sat down to film this for you guys while the others go out to brunch, and then we're all going to meet at 11 AM in the city centre for our walking tour, which if you're in Europe at the moment and it happens to be helpful, walking tours are an awesome way to learn and see the city. Really good. I really liked it. My exchange placement as well in Sweden has been incredible. So if you happen to have an opportunity or be making a decision right now about whether to do an exchange placement or not in Sweden or not, I had the best time in the ICU in Malmo. All the doctors were wonderful. I didn't know a word of Swedish. Well, I started to learn a few of the basics, but not enough to understand the conversations happening. But they would translate everything and anything that I wanted to know into English for me and take that time out of the day. And so even if you don't know Swedish, you can certainly do a placement there. But one of my biggest regrets is not learning Swedish before I went to that placement, because I just think it would have been really nice. I think I assumed that medicine would have been done in English, but retrospectively that is a bit of a silly thought because most of the patients speak Swedish, so it makes sense that the medicine is done in Swedish. Patient communication is obviously a huge part of medicine. The doctors will be flipping back to talking English amongst them and then Swedish to the patients. Anyway, placement was wonderful. Europe has been wonderful. Thank you guys for your support and all of your lovely comments so far. It just warms my heart. It's so lovely. I'm so glad I've been able to be helpful for you guys. The vlogs just giving you a bit of an insight of what life can be like as a medical student. In summary, I will get my backup hard drive at home in 1 week. I'll have another one of my rotation vlogs up for you the week after. And for now, there will be an OSCE exams type video up for you guys a week after this video.